In this video, I want to talk about the different campaign objectives you can use when you're running Facebook ads, what's currently known as meta ads. Now, there are certain campaign objectives that get you much better results than others, and I'm going to share with you the number one campaign objective that you should be using if you want to get results in your campaigns, and we use over 90% of the time. So let's get started. All right, so I want to jump into the Facebook Ads Manager or Meta Ads Manager and show you the different campaign objectives the choices that you're given whenever you start building your campaign. So let's jump over there, and right now, whenever you hit create campaign, this is the first thing that pops up. So you'll notice there's three different tiers here. There's awareness, there's consideration, and there's conversion. So if you're familiar with the marketing funnel, this is the top of the funnel is the awareness stage, then you have the consideration stage, then you have the conversion stage. Well, that's kind of how Facebook has split these up, but I want to talk about these different campaign objectives and when to use them and when you should not be using them. So let's start over in the awareness section. Awareness is getting your ads in front of people and getting awareness for your brand. Then you go into consideration. Consideration is where you're going to start getting traffic driven to your website or wherever you're sending traffic to. And then you have the conversion where people are actually taking action and they are converting into a lead or sale. So let's start over in the awareness column. So in awareness, you have brand awareness and you have reach. These two are a little bit confusing, so let me try to explain them. So in brand awareness, you're going to try to get as many impressions as possible. So impressions just means when an ad shows up in the newsfeed, right? Doesn't matter if one person sees it 1,000 times or 1,000 people see it once. 1,000 impressions is 1,000 impressions. So in brand awareness, you're going to be trying to get as many impressions as possible. Now on the reach objective, you're actually trying to reach as many people as possible. So you're trying to get this in front of as many people as possible, and you're not concerned as much as impressions. So again, on brand awareness, you might get 1,000 impressions for one person. It's very, very unlikely that for happen, but you know that you could get a ton of impressions to one person. But on reach, they're going to try to reach as many people as possible, so that way more people see it versus one person seeing it a bunch of times. You're typically not going to use this campaign unless you're really trying to get some brand awareness or you're a major company like a Coca-Cola or something. But I would shy away from using these campaigns unless you have a specific strategy and why you want to use them. Now the next column, consideration, we'll start with traffic. So on traffic, you're basically trying to drive visitors to your website or your landing page. And this is really just driving traffic. Doesn't mean they're going to actually do anything. So Facebook is going to look for people that will take action and click on your ad and drive traffic to your website. On engagement, on the engagement ad, they're looking for people that will typically like and comment on your post. Now, when we talk about these different objectives, what differentiates these objectives is Facebook is actually looking for people that will take the action of that specific objective. So again, on engagement, they're going to look for people that are going to post. They're going to look for people that are going to comment, like, share it. They're engaging on them post. That doesn't mean they're going to actually go to your website or they're going to take any action beyond engaging on the post. So this one is, objective that I wouldn't use if you're trying to get somebody to take action. This is also the objective that is used whenever you boost a post on Facebook or Instagram. So when you're boosting a post, you're boosting it for engagement. So that's why if you boost it and you don't get any results, like as far as like getting leads or purchases, it's because all you're getting is people interacting with that post. So app installs, this one's pretty straightforward. It's just if you're trying to get installs for a mobile app on Android or iOS, this is the objective you'd use for that one. Again, they're looking for people that typically take action and download an app. Video views, this is getting your video in front of people and putting in front of people that will actually watch your videos. This is a great way to put content in front of people, deliver value up front, and then you can retarget those people in other campaigns. So the lead generation objective actually allows you to build a lead form right into Facebook. So instead of driving traffic to a landing page where you want them to collect their lead information, you can actually have the lead form capture the lead right inside of Facebook where they never have to leave the app. The other cool thing about lead forms is that Facebook will auto-populate their information as the information they have saved in Facebook, so that way it's very easy for them to just hit submit on the form, not to fill all the information in. One thing I will say about this one is you typically get lower quality leads, but if you're not concerned with following up with all these leads and dealing with that, this is a great way to bring in cheaper leads, more of them. It's just gonna, there's gonna be a lot more work on making them convert. Messages, this is for like messenger ads, so you're trying to get people to start a conversation with you and interact with them through the messenger app. Now, in the conversion column, this is the column that we run most of our ads in. So the number one campaign we use over 90% of the time is the conversions campaign. And the reason why is because when you're using the conversion campaign, Facebook is going to look for people that actually convert on Facebook. So I've heard this from many people before. Oh, I never click on ads. I never fill out information. Well, that's all right, because Facebook probably isn't showing you conversion ads. And if you aren't taking any action, they're not going to put a conversion ad in front of you. And they might test you here and there, but they're typically going to put these conversion ads in front of people that actually convert, filling information to become a lead, making purchases on your website, adding to cart, doing those things beyond the Facebook app. So that's why these campaigns are always going to perform better than the other two columns. So conversions is basically one where you're going to set up and you're going to send traffic to a landing page to either purchase something or Shopify site. That's where they're going to take action, right? The other two, catalog sales. This is if you have a giant catalog of products and you can, instead of simply trying to sell one thing, you can then target them with all of your products within your catalog. That's whenever Facebook's using some algorithms to decide which product to show. That takes a lot more work to set up. And then also the store traffic is actually getting physical people into your store. So that's if you have a local store and you want to get physical people into the store when they're close to that location. This is the objective you would use. So the last two, catalog sales and store traffic, typically aren't used unless you're doing those two things. But the number one campaign that most people use is the conversions objective. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate it if you give me a like, subscribe. I send out these videos. I try it once a week. If you're interested in getting these videos, subscribe to my channel. That way you get alerted on the next one. And if you have any comments on objectives that you prefer to use, or maybe it's an objective strategy, sometimes there's different campaign objectives you can use for different strategies. Write them in the comments. Love to hear about them. And thank you for watching.